today's live market profile and order flow trade analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 222, and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen and let's look at what can be the potential auction development paths for today and what happened yesterday in the overall auction. Yeah, how the auction developed. So let me just jump to the daily chart. And right now the December contract, the December contract has started, and what the December contract has done is, so this was the balance high, and currently uh, it is one time framing higher, and it cleared the balance high, and then it closed, around those high levels. Okay, so the new high or all-time high has got formed, and we don't have a good excess here. So odds are higher that we will be tagging this particular reference. We have a good excess around the lows, but this is a weaker low because they're exactly at the open. So if you see, let me delete and I'll show you. So this is the open of yesterday, the red dot. So this particular dot, and that's where exactly buyers came in and they took the entire auction to the higher side. Okay. So not a good buying activity coming in at visual references, but from very short term perspective, the high is weaker, the low is good. We have a good single print. Plus, we have a sort of like a double distribution. This is first distribution, this is the second distribution, and this is the third distribution. So we got three distributions. So these three reference lines will be acting as the point of reference which I'll be taking forward today, and see if there is any new money coming in, or whereas or is it going to be the same old liquidation, or so new business coming in or not. Okay. Uh, so from the volume profile chart, it's pretty evident that we are currently closed above the balance high. Uh, so we need to see further continuation to the upside. So let me minimize this, so that way we get some clarity. So what I mean by that is the auction is closed. So this was the previous balance high, and auction is closed above it. This is where the auction is closed. So I'm expecting it to continue higher. Okay. If I don't see that, some sort of balancing activity, because now I'm expecting sellers to step in and take charge, and then take the entire auction to the downside. Okay. Let me just check. So if you see this up move, the all-time high, if you check, only 8 million volume came in compared to 11 million. Okay, so there's a delta of 3 million volume. So this is where maximum selling happened, and then that absorption is means clearly seen, and the new high is found with very low volumes. Okay, so that's a good indication. That's another data point which I wanted to share. Okay, so there are two HVNs have been tagged. I think that's fine. So let me. So the time is 9:08. There aren't any comments yet. So let me check the pre-open markets and see if the auction has closed. So today is 2nd of December. Auction is opening flat, so about just 12 points. Yeah, so that is what I was looking for now. The scenario changes, so the auction is going to open within yesterday's range. So what I mean by that is, somewhere around this particular halfback, is where auction will open. It will try to tag high, and if we see some sort of exhaustion, then it will again come down and try to continue to the lower side. So this is the first auction development path. Second auction development path which I'm seeing is it balances and then it tries to continue higher. Okay, this is the second auction development path. Third auction development path which I'm seeing is the auction opens, it rejects around this halfback, and it just continues to the lower side, and around this particular zone is where we see some sort of reversal. Okay, so this is the third auction development path which can happen. Okay, the odds are higher that it can happen. Okay, but overall structure, we have a good balance here. This is where the value is. This is the halfback. We have got one single print, we have got another single print, we have got third single print. Okay, the structure has anomalies. The structure is poor, but overall it looked like more like a short covering rally, wherein people came in. So this particular, so let me delete, not let me delete it. Let me remove the unwanted. Yeah. So basically, if you see, I was actually looking at this particular spike, because when this spike happened, this gave me a hint that okay, now the auction is ended and we should see continuation. We should see lower breakdown. So what was happening is this is A period, then B period, C period, and in the D period is where an inside bar came in D period, and in the E period is where, so basically who were trying to go short, they kept their stop loss. So this was like a stop hunting candle, and I was looking for a continuation to the downside, which did not happen at all. So that's where I entered the reversal trade, and I just went long. Okay, so that is what the trade I took yesterday, based on the market generated information. Secondly, from the volume profile chart, there wasn't any clear indication, but this particular zone, so from 13,121 to 13,077. So this is a low volume area node. Previously, selling activity came in here, and now buying is coming in. So basically, this resistance became support. Okay. So let me also add the data points of yesterday's auction. Yeah, and this is the new balance high. We are still in a balance stage from 17th of November till 1st of December. Okay, so nothing much has changed. So let's see whether buyers are coming in, and if we see any exhaustion from buying side, that means that this auction path number one, which is on the downside, is what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's see which way the auction starts. We are 2 minutes to go before the market opens. So in the meantime, guys, if you have got any comments, use the chat function on YouTube, or else let's just wait for 2 minutes and let's see which option path comes up today, develops today. Okay, so in next 30 seconds is where the auction will start again. So let's see which way the market opens. Let me just expand this volume. Okay, so the auction opened around that half back, and now we are seeing a drop, massive drop happening, a very heavy selling coming in. Let me jump to the order flow chart. So massive selling happening. There are trapped sellers. The high, there are unfinished options. So let me just see where is the HVN. So we have one HVN here. And let me delete the auction development path which I shared so that the screen is pretty clear. And we have got one more HVN here. Okay, so a few ticks away from this HVN is where selling came in. So not good selling. The high is weaker, so we will be tagging the high currently. So let me split this. So this is where buying came in. So we should actually see a follow through. Right now we are not seeing a follow through from the buying. We are seeing sellers stepping in. Okay. So there are trapped sellers around the lows. So let me check the order flow chart. 2000 contracts only traded. We are just tagging around the VWAP. 183 trapped sellers, unfinished options around the highs, and the buyers are just stepping in. Yeah, the delta is negative. Yeah, sorry for the background noise. My daughter is just here playing, so sorry for that. Okay, so buying activity is coming in around VWAP. The delta is negative. So currently the market has opened with very low confidence. Neither buyers nor sellers are showing any confidence. They're just chopping around. So what has happened is those who went long yesterday, they are just profit booking, and those who are trying to go short, they are also just getting out of their positions. Okay. So other thing which I'd like to share is where is the calendar? Yeah. So today is the second. Today is the second, and just a second. Today is the second, and tomorrow is the third. So these 2 days is where we'll be having the session, and from 4th till 9/20th onwards, I'm out, and then I'll be back on 21st. Okay. So in this meantime, what I suggest is what you should be doing is just go through my past videos, and also if you're interested, you can take the market profile primer, a quick course, quick recorded session, which is there in the YouTube description box below. Yeah, so you can take that course, study, because it will help you understand the basics and the nuances, and how I use market profile. And then when you again go through my videos, you will have an eye-opening moment, which will be help you to shorten your learning curve. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share. Now coming back to the market, we're just hovering around. Let me just check the volume profile chart. Nothing much. We're just within yesterday's value, trading within yesterday's value. Neither the POC is tagged, neither the value high is tagged, just chopping around. 4,000 contracts have been traded, 14 seconds to go. Seeing some sort of rejection around the VWAP. So good rejection seen around the VWAP. Delta is negative. Okay, so strong gap up happened currently. Okay, so the auction closed above VWAP. Now let's see which way the auction develops. Right now, I'm not seeing any trade because the markets have opened with very low confidence. Both buyers and sellers, they are just fighting around. There's no clarity. The first 5-minute candle, there were 4,000 contracts. Currently, the volume is now speeding up, and the poor high, the weak high, which was there, it has been tagged. So now the HVN has been tagged. Okay, so now some sort of selling activity should be seen. So let's see what happens. And now, and also there is a clear divergence from the delta point of view. Yeah. So I'm expecting buyers to continue coming in, tag the all-time high, and let's see whether there is some exhaustion been seen or not. Okay, so buyers are stepping in. And some of the retail traders, what they'll be doing is, this is the opening range. Once the first 5-minute candle range is broken out, they will take a long trade, keep the stop loss maybe around VWAP or below VWAP or below the first minute candle low, and expect for a continuation. So a lot of traders do that because that's what so I've been through a lot of trainings, and that's what they teach. So just wanted to share. So now what is happening is, whoever is trying to sell here, they are keeping the stop loss above today's high and above yesterday's high. Okay, so these zones are going to be the liquidity zones, and those who are trying to go long, they are keeping the stop loss below today's low. Okay, from intraday perspective is what I wanted to share. So 50% of volume is already traded. We are still 2.5 minutes to go, and selling activity is happening. If we check the 1-minute chart, delta rejection is seen. Okay. So this is where stacked buying or momentum buying came in. These are where stacked buyers are there. So expect continuation to the upper side. Now the high is secure and the low is not so secure. So now odds changes that the low will be tagged, but before taking a short trade. So this is just one data point. Wait for the high to be tagged again. Wait for one more stop hunting activity. Develop stops which are built around today's high and yesterday's high. Okay. And if you want to look for a trade, a good trade location is, you can take a long trade, keeping your stop loss below VWAP, or you can enter the trade around VWAP. Target the today's high and yesterday's high. So that's a quick scalp trade, fast trade, which I'm seeing currently getting developed. Just chopping around the stacked buyers. So the auction should not go below VWAP. If it goes below VWAP, then you should exit your trade. Right now selling pressure is coming in. Volume is good, 4,400, and right now we are 3,000. We're just 40 seconds. So yeah, and what is happening is, just chopping around the today's open, and some buyers are coming in, buying there, some sellers are coming in and selling there. Yeah, so let them chop. But the low currently, from market general information, the low is weaker, so the low will be tagged. Odds are higher that the low will be tagged. So I'm expecting buyers to absorb this supply, take the auction higher. tag the today's high and yesterday's high, see some sort of exhaustion forming. If you get that exhaustion, then that will be a good trade location to enter for a short trade, targeting today's low. So the stacked buying is followed by stacked selling. Okay. So sellers are coming in. So this auction shouldn't close below VWAP. Okay, some sort of rejection seen around VWAP, and I'm expecting a push to the upside. Yeah, delta is just developing sideways around the zero line. So yeah, so now I'm looking for delta to increase. Yeah, so I'm expecting buyers to step in and take the option higher. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share today in the today's session, and let's catch up again tomorrow. I'm sorry I'm keeping the session short because I got a couple of meetings from 9:30 onwards. So there are a couple of new guys who wants to take training, so I set up a short meeting with them. Yeah. So with that, ending the session, and let's catch up again tomorrow and observe how the market opens and develops and the option develops. Okay. With that, ending the session and observe how the option is getting developed.